interacting with the dog being a thing that the dog wants. They want to play with you, they want to interact with you. So in essence, you become a reward for the dog. However, there's a lot of different reward options out there. Now, a lot of people go, oh, food's a reward. So the dog does this, I give them a treat. The dog does that, I give them a treat. They go over there, I give them a treat. They hold a sit stay, I give them a treat. The problem is, for a lot of dogs, treats are boring, right? Oh, I get food, I like food, I need food to survive, but it's not really exciting. And a lot of times it teaches the dog to look for us to give them food instead of maybe doing something away from us. Like when I am sending my dog to a jump, I am throwing the reward off of me because I want the dog to be rewarded for going away from me. So I need to have a way to get that reward off of me. And if my dog only likes some kind of food, then it's hard for them to see it if I just chuck it out there. So you need to have a variety of rewards. So let's talk about food first though. If you're using food, think about it's not the quantity of food that they get. It's not how much or how big of a chunk of a cookie. It's that they're getting something. So it doesn't have to be very much at all. It also needs to be something that the dog likes, okay? And it's easy for them to just whoop and get it, and then they're ready to go on to something else. So a Milk-Bone dog biscuit doesn't cut it for this, because they're gonna sit in there and be chomping on that for a while. And it's something crunchy that crumbles apart isn't really the best. And something that's mushy that they have to lick up doesn't really tend to work the best. So you've got to be a little bit creative. Now there's a lot of good cookies out there. One of my favorites, you can get these on Chewy, they're Best Buddy Bits or something, and I like them in our facility because we can toss them and they're very visible. The dogs can see them very well on this green turf, as opposed to like a dark treat that kind of fades in there. So these work, and he loves them, don't you? Yeah, you like them. And they're not too chewy, and they're not like a lot of calories that the dog is going to get fat. Now, if you have a small dog, you do need to worry about giving them too much. So you would probably not want something this big, because a couple of those might be a meal for a little itty bitty dog. So then you want to use, something that you can cut up into little bits that might be kind of moist and have more moisture instead of volume to them. Okay, so, but treats, things I want to be able to give from my hand pretty easily. You need to be quiet. Good boy. Okay, something pretty easily that can be delivered from your hand, that can fit in your pockets, you're ready to go. Something they're not going to have to chew for very long. If your dog is on a diet, make sure that whatever cookies you give come out of their amount of food they get for the day, because they don't need extra. Some of us don't need extra treats, right? If your dog really likes food, these guys, Shelties, tend to really like food. Down. You could just use part of their kibble if they eat kibble. You can give them kibble as treats. You could give Cheerios as treats. Some dogs aren't as gung-ho over cookies, and so you need to find what they like. Just explore. I know dogs that, yeah, I'll take a treat, but I'm not super excited about it, or I'm not willing to go fast for it, or I'm not really willing to do something that takes a lot of thought to do it or go a big distance. So therefore, it's not quite enough pay. You have to get inventive. I know people that have gotten liverwurst, nasty smelling, gross stuff that they use, chopped up salmon or anchovies, whatever, that they've kind of made into treats for the dog, and the dog goes bonkers. So if your dog is kind of over treats, find what your dog loves. So for some of us, we don't have to work very hard because we have dogs that are hungry and like anything. Others of us have to work a lot harder and find something the dog really, really wants. Like they'll do backflips for it. So you're gonna have to do some exploring for what that is. Now, like I talked about, I want to be able to have a treat that I can give from my hand or throw. So make sure that it's something that's visible. Eric, come. So when he does something really well, right, get it. He can see where it lands better than if it's here, right? Than it's if it's something like that, which he kind of loses, right? It's kind of hard for him to see it. Okay, so anything like that is really good. Down. Good boy. Sweet. All right. We'll talk about other treat systems in a minute. I want to talk about toys next, okay? Toys are something a lot of people think, or it's actually been said, there's instructors who out there go, unless your dog likes toys and they'll play tug on a toy, they're not going to be good agility dogs. That's kind of phony baloney. Your dog does not have to like toys to do well in agility. I know dogs that they don't. Young dogs, puppies, most puppies like toys, but there's like a small window of time to really get them enjoying toys and playing with toys and doing it in a variety of ways. So if you have an older dog that's never learned how to play with a toy, or you've never really engaged with them that way, it's going to be hard, and they might not end up liking toys. It's worth trying to see what they like, because again, just like treats, there's a wide variety of toys that your dog might like. Now, if again, it depends on the dog. Some dogs like things that you can throw for them to chase. Some dogs like things, okay, get it, that they can tug on. Yeah, get it, yeah. You know, that they can play tug with you. Drop. Some dogs, okay, get it. Some dogs only like something if it's going away from them. Like the only toy they like is a Frisbee that they're chasing, because it's moving away from them, and it kind of activates that chasing instinct. Some dogs, you know, he likes fuzzy things with fur on them, so I've had to find toys with fur because he likes those the most. Some dogs don't like furry toys. You've got to play around a little bit to see what your dog likes, and then build it from there. I like to have a variety of toys. I like to have a toy that I can throw, which I don't have one of those out here. Oh yeah, I do. This is one. I could have a toy I can easily throw for my dog that's not going to kind of flutter in the air and drop like the flat, fluffy toys do. But I can chuck it pretty far, and he's going to go driving after it. It's got some weight to it. I like a toy that I can give from my hand, that I can actually instigate my dog chasing a little bit. Okay, get it. And they like to get it because it's chasing, but it's down and low. So when I'm working things like rats and out of a tunnel, let me grab the upright real quick and I'll do. Ready? Get it. Yeah. And then he's driving out chasing the toy, and I can play with him, but I don't have to bend over. So that's a good option. Drop. That's a good option if you have small dogs. Something down on the ground. I even use this with my big dogs as well. Something you can attach a leash to. Hi, buddy. Okay, get up. Down. Okay. Down. If your dog only likes treats, and they're like, absolutely not, I do not like toys at all, there are a lot of treat delivery toys, okay? Which are toys that, that actually has something in it, which are toys that aren't so much toys where the dog's playing with them, but it's just a way to get a cookie away from you that the dog can see a little bit better. So this toy, it's called a Lotus Ball. It has Velcro that opens up. I can put a cookie in it and kind of let my dog figure out there's a cookie in there, and he can kind of help himself to it. So then he's gonna go, oh, this thing is fun because it has, get it, yay! I can get it out. I can get the cookie out of it myself, and that's all fun. And then I've got something that I can, ready, go get it. I can throw it. I don't know if that's in your view or not. Good boy, Arrow, can you get it? Good boy. Well, he actually retrieves pretty well, but then it's something that the dog, I can either go and then help them get the cookie out, or they can kind of figure it out. That Velcro is pretty stiff on it right now, so he needs a little bit of help getting that cookie out. But then you've got something, when you want a reward away from you, you have a way of getting that reward away from you initially, so the dog's not just always checking in with you, okay? There's those Lotus Balls. There's these that kind of can fly open, same concept. These, a lot of dogs really like. It's just a little fleecy that you can tuck a treat in, and then the dog can figure out how to get, you see the cookie in there? Good boy. They can help themselves to a cookie. Same concept, but for some dogs that's a little easier to get out. So hopefully that covers a little bit on toys and treats, and the combination of treat dispensing toys, and how you can utilize them and work towards having some food that the dog likes, having some toys that the dog likes. So you've got lots of tools in your toolbox for how to reward your dog.